He goes on to say in his interview, quote, "Internet pornography has absolutely changed my generation's expectations." What happens when you travel down that pathway for that pleasure is eventually, like all addicts, you have a hard time living in the real world. You have a hard time dealing with real people. Things become obsessive, out of control, and it's because you have conditioned your body and reconditioned your mind in a very deadly, destructive, and dark way. Some of you are hearing this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It feels like gravity pulls you toward that activity, and you may feel guilty but powerless to stop. It's because of what they call a biochemical love potion is released. There's endorphins and euphoric highs that are quite similar to being on drugs that are released with the pleasure that comes from the ultimate result of the activities that surround pornography. God created sex and the passions and pleasures associated with it for marriage. Because the way God has wired the body and hardwired the brain is that whatever path we go down for the pleasure we receive, we become literally bonded to it, connected to that person or thing. Now, can you see where this would be a magnificent gift for marriage? If you remain pure and you're with your spouse and you love them emotionally, you're committed to them covenantally, you agree with them theologically, you invest in them verbally, and you enjoy them physically, you are habituating yourself, you are conditioning yourself to be bonded to them, to be into them, to be connected to them, to desire them, to be satisfied with them, to long for them. And in marriage, that's wonderful. The qualifications of an elder include being a one-woman man. It says in the English translations, the husband of one wife, but in the Greek it literally means a one-woman man, that he's into one woman. And his desires are her. His longings are her. His joy is with her. And so the way God has made us, if we obey him, we build this very deep, significant, emotional, mental, spiritual, biochemical connection with our spouse. But if we sin, we then bond ourselves with, connect ourselves to someone or something else. This is where pornography becomes addictive. This is where people become consumed with fetishes. And so God created the body, and he created the passions and pleasures of the body for marriage. And God was very gracious and very wise to give us such a great gift so that we might be one. That's what the Bible says. And when we sin, we do great destruction to our own body, to the hardwiring of our own brain, and to our ability to really enjoy our spouse and to be faithfully devoted to them.